Well, 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 we meet again. What in the world do we have here? Welcome back today, friends. My name is Jamerrill. This is Large Family Table, and I help you feed all your people, and I feed a ton of people, and that means this kitchen needs some help. So today we are doing some deep dive cleaning and some cooking. You are going to see some of my hidden, darkest, messiest places in my home. Oh boy, stay tuned. Also, I would like to thank HelloFresh today for sponsoring today's video. Get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code LARGEFamilyTable80. What am I doing here? What in the world? What's happening? What's cooking? Well, I had been, when I am doing this cleaning video, was on this quest to try to get as many large pizza dough rolls from my bread machines to get the dough made. And I like to make it and freeze it, and that way when we need pizzas, so for a family of 10 that would be 3 to 4 large pizzas, I would just set the dough from my freezer into my refrigerator, and then the next evening it'd be ready to just roll it out and make fresh homemade pizza. So we all know I like to do my big freezer cooking days, and I might get 1 in a month or 2 in every other month. Some months I don't get any done at all. What I do in the meantime, I set a little freezer cooking goal for myself. Like the other week, I did about 20 loaves of blueberry bread for the freezer, and then over the last few days here in this video, I was just keeping my bread machines running, making pizza dough. That way I can still keep nice stashes built up of various things in my freezer. Now that the next 2 pizzas are going in the bread machine, it is time to tackle some dirt and some grime. I have not wiped off my cabinets, like really wiped them off well. I don't know, since I don't know when. So this called for, I was just wiping them off with a damp washcloth, but I also was taking my spoon. Now you have to be very gentle with this. Actually, my Jamerrill disclaimer, you don't do this at all. Just watch me do the wrong thing. But I take a kitchen spoon and I very gently go over the cabinets where we have obvious gobs of jelly, or syrup has dripped, or flour is caked, or I could just go on with a list of different food things that I am scraping off here. The kids do, especially the younger kids, end up hanging out around the end of our kitchen counter there and watching TV and having quick meals, especially if it's an evening where we have an outside activity. We don't even get to the large family table. We have the large family kitchen counter. I'm also opening up these cabinets and just getting food and crumbs and things, since people do eat around them, that get caked in there and built up, and some little shredded cheese from I don't know when. These cabinets here that I'm spending this extra time on, they just need some extra elbow grease, because again, with kids eating there, lots of buildup happens. I have my teen son who's about to be 16. He will steam mop these floors for me about once a week, but there are still some crud that gets along the outside of the cabinet. So I take my butter knife and I get any little just built up black crud that the steam mop, I think the steam mop just pushes it in there sometimes. Now I'm freshening up under the kitchen sink cabinet. I don't want to do a full pull out and like a deep dive clean here. I just pulled out one side, straightened things up, wiped things down gently. I did not want to commit to a full clean out there, because we are going to get some cabinets that, some of them, some areas you are going to see I haven't gotten to in 3 years since I moved in. Things have just piled, and other areas needed more attention. Real quick though, I'm refilling my homemade vinegar spray bottle, which is usually about 1/4 full of vinegar and the rest is full of water. And I am giving things a spray. I am trying to get some of my common areas that you'll see that I do in these cleaning videos. I'm doing my windowsill, I actually spray off my stained glass birds. So many of you have asked where I got those birds from. I'm pretty sure my mom ordered them from Wayfair.com, not sponsored at all, but Wayfair had some stained glass on there and she got me those for Christmas. Anywho, I am getting everything off the window, Windexing this time. Many times I use vinegar spray, but sometimes I just need Windex because there was food splatter. Oh my, check. Did you catch that? I had so much fun filming that. I was cranking my camera up slowly on my new tripod, and I said, Jaden, when you edit these videos, please leave this in. Makes me laugh even now watching the voiceover. I hope you find that a hoot as well. So here I am getting my windowsill back in place and all my little thing, my little rock collection from the kids and soap and hand lotion and all of that wiped off and put back up there. Earlier, I was also ripping an old towel up into some more cleaning rags. And I realize here in a minute, yes, Jamerrill, I don't always clean my stainless steel with Windex. That's probably not recommended. Don't do that either. But on this evening, I was in a Windex mood, and that's what I was using. Usually, I use my vinegar spray and then a stainless steel cleaner. And the cleaner itself is kind of thick, kind of feels like coconut oil. Probably much better for the refrigerator, but oh well, Windex wins tonight. Getting the microwave down there, and yes, some other cabinets that I see some more crud. I just kind of get them as I can. Look, I got my spoon in my hand again too. Once I get going with that spoon, it's like cabinet clean out time. In different areas, I may think that they're clean, but then when I stand at different angles, I'm like, oh, I see that dried soap. And it's time to clean it all up. Okay, now over here, this is my lunch mess. How do you like that? Earlier today, the kids had done various cleaning jobs. Naomi worked on deep cleaning her room. Zion and Travis worked on getting our new chicken yard set up. We had several things that needed to be done there. Liam cleaned all the bathrooms. Amelia and Daniel picked up their toys and freshened up their beds. Gabriel did various odd jobs I sent him around the house to do, such as wiping walls and cleaning out our coat closet, because the next day was our lake day. So we put in a lot of cleaning time today, and right now at this point in my cleaning, when I'm cleaning down all my stove knobs and such, Travis has the kids out for their last evening of dance classes for this year. They finished the whole dance season. Their big recital show is coming up. So this was their last night though before the big show, to just have another night with their friends and of course learn a little bit more dancing. Okay, this spice cabinet. This is where my spices live. It has never been organized. Since moving in over 3 years ago, I've just crammed them in there, and now there's a lot more crammed in there. And it's just becoming a tower of stuff that falls on me every time I go to open the cabinet. The best way that I can really get in and organize something is I have to get everything out. Get it all out, lay it down, make it into a mountain of stuff, something. And then I'm able to see what I have, process it. Look, I'm checking dates, seeing if those cinnamon sticks are still good. They still have a bazillion years. I did find a few things where the dates were like, 10 years old, and so they got pitched. I did a pretty good clean out when we moved. Here's my current collection. Most of this survives. And so now I'm wiping out each shelf with vinegar spray. Short little mama got to climb that ladder, and now I'm putting everything back. So I tried to just focus on only spices within arm's reach there on the bottom shelf. And then on the second shelf, I put more baking supplies, and then my large container of sesame oil because it doesn't fit on my bottom shelf. But mainly baking supplies, yeast and shortening and various thickeners and such on that second shelf. All the spices on the bottom one. Now I would love to organize this super cute. I have not had time to watch any kitchen organizing videos because I'm busy living it. That was me sniffing a bottle of cloves, by the way. So if you want to point me to some videos or some articles with some cute, we'll say Dollar Tree kitchen cabinet organizing, I'd love it for spices in particular, or just give me your ideas. There's the letters for my letterboard. My letterboard it got put up one day where I couldn't change the verse out and it got knocked down, but now it's lived put up for several weeks. And I don't want that. I want it back out with a Bible verse, so we must get back to that. Now I'm going through various odds and ends, and see, it's usable, it's functional. There's only the letterboard supplies up top, doesn't seem quite right. And here we go, friends. Juicy Lucy Burger. I don't know what to tell you other than this dinner was amazing. So many of you mamas have asked me about picky eaters in my household, and let me say, you can make family dinners fuss-free with HelloFresh's picky eater, kid-tested, and approved family plan recipes. These Juicy Lucy burgers were a big hit with my entire household of 10. Everybody ate them. There were maybe 2 who didn't want the roasted garlic mayonnaise, and then there might have been 1 that just wanted ketchup. You'll see, we'll talk about adaptations, but I was able to easily customize these Juicy Lucy burgers for my kids. And when you call something a Juicy Lucy burger, it's just promised to be amazing. So here I am. I'm going to wash off all of my vegetables. You can get seasonal, simple recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door every week with HelloFresh. And all I had to do was wash those tomatoes and potatoes. With the potatoes, I just had to slice them down and quarter them, and then get them all on the roasting pan. HelloFresh has 3 plans to choose from. There's the classic, the veggie, and the family. And what's really nice is you have the option to switch when your tastes change. So with these potatoes, I just spread them out. This is one of my new half-sheet baking pans. And then they just need a drizzle of oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then HelloFresh sent these delicious seasoning packs. They called it fry seasoning, and I spread those out on the potatoes as well. Don't forget, you can get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code LARGEFamilyTable80. There we go, getting the potatoes in. My kids love it when I do some sort of quick potatoes in the oven. And now this onion, let me tell you. Okay, so I had a total of 3 onions to chop, and I cried like a baby. I have not cried chopping onions in quite a while. And I just did whatever, you can see me heavily blinking there. Whatever wrong thing you do to make yourself cry like a baby when chopping onions, that is what I did. I have many of you, when I do these fun sponsored HelloFresh videos, wanting to know about using HelloFresh as a large family. And I will say, and I say this in the comments often, that the wonderful thing about our community over here at Large Family Table is obviously I help mamas feed all their people, but we have different people amounts. Many families watch my videos because they need to use larger recipes for holidays or get-togethers or when kids come back home. People also watch my videos who are empty nesters. I know, can you believe that? And there's young professionals who watch my videos, college students. I know one mama friend of mine, her kiddo just moved out, and so she just gave her kiddo some HelloFresh meals to help them in their new adult life, and as they're learning how to cook with the recipe cards, she thought that would be fun and helpful in their first apartment. There's also mamas who use HelloFresh to do like a cooking school with their kiddos. I did a video here not a few months back where Amelia and I cooked up HelloFresh, and it was like Amelia and Mommy's little cooking school. There's also moms who use this HelloFresh deal as special in-home date nights with their husbands. So just know we don't all have to match, and HelloFresh benefits families in many different ways. Another viewer of mine told me that her sister, she shared this in the comments of one of my HelloFresh videos, her sister had cancer treatments. She didn't have a lot of energy to cook, but she still loved to cook on her own when she could. So she gifted her sister with some HelloFresh meals so that when she had the energy, when her energy was up, she could still be a home cook without having to think about meal planning or grocery shopping or even what recipe to make. It was just there and ready to go, and that was a beautiful gift for her. I'm getting the ground beef out, and they had me put more of the fry seasoning in there, and I want to say what we do here with these burgers and this cheddar is something all kinds of special, and I'm going to incorporate this trick with some of my hamburger patty making for freezer meals, because I mix up the ground beef, and then on the direction card it said to place some of the cheddar cheese and fold it into the hamburger patty. So these end up being, I know it's all kinds of goodness, these end up being cheddar-filled burgers. You can, of course, totally make these low carb and eat them in a lettuce wrap. Because this was my HelloFresh cooking day, I enjoy the roasted bun. Yes and amen. But look at this. I am going to, just think, you could stuff them with mozzarella, stuff them with pepper jack. I'm definitely going to stuff burgers again with cheddar cheese. It was such a good idea. And they were easy to fold. And I'm just cooking them on the stove. And now kids are starting to gather around that clean counter and just beg me, when will these burgers be done? So slicing down these beautiful buns with my bread knife. I think I did chop off half of one of my fingernails that were hanging out because I kept looking and talking. Look, you see me, video evidence. It all worked out okay. It wasn't my skin, so I just opened those up and let them bake for a few minutes to toast them. Then as the burgers get done, I had a little bit of the cheddar cheese left. I had just enough, so when I did the final flip, this was not in the directions, this was a Jamerrill adaptation. When I did the final flip, I topped them all with cheddar cheese. Now over there on the side, I was supposed to roast garlic with the potatoes. I didn't have any foil to properly roast the garlic, but I still put it in a corner of the baking pan with the potatoes. When they were done, I took the garlic per the directions, put it in that bowl, mashed it up, added the mayonnaise and the included sour cream, and that is that amazing. I'm just going to do that often. That was that amazing garlic mayonnaise special goodness all jammed up there. I certainly approve. And there we go. Rest of the burgers topped. Buns are out, and now I'm making the first plate. So you put on the burger, put on that special onion and tomato juicy Lucy burger sauce, put on the mayonnaise, and then it said some ketchup. Oh yeah, my slop mess. Love it, love it, love it. Love the potatoes. Chow down, mama, chow down. And now I start making plates for kids and just adjust slightly whether, want ketchup, don't want ketchup. And look at this. Just like that, dinner was done, and it was cleanup time. I'm cleaning up Benjamin's little tabletop for his high chair there. And it's time to get 2 more of my homemade pizza dough going in the bread machine. Now in this one, I put garlic powder and some oregano and some basil to give the dough some good flavor. But there I'm putting in my oil, putting it all in. Now a full video is coming out when I do these bazillion homemade large pizzas and doing pizza dough for the freezer, so be on the lookout for that. But here, oh yeah, and there I am using the powdered sugar because I don't have any other sugar in the house. And the salt, yes. Oh hey, we sung that. There I am, just dumping in the garlic powder, dumping in the oregano, dumping in some basil. Yes, that's the dump method. And I'm running my mouth talking to a kiddo who's sitting there talking to me now. By now, it's about 10 o'clock at night. We have a huge lake day the following day. That's why we really busted through a bunch of cleaning and organizing jobs on this day. And again, the kids had their last dance class, and I made this delicious HelloFresh meal. So we worked hard, and then we're going to play hard. And that's the bowl there with the teal towel over it that I was just letting the dough that was done just sit and rise for about an hour to an hour and a half before I wrapped it up and got it in the freezer. Going over those cabinets, the upper cabinets, just a little bit more, wiping down the walls. Here we are. Okay, deep dark secrets in Jamerrill's house. This is the reality of the hall bathroom. Everything got jammed up when I moved my clothes, see those towels, to the linen closet. That's old history now. The towels need to find their clothes again in the hallway. This cabinet has not been cleaned out in 3 years. Let's see what's there. There's dust on the door in the hallway. Big old hairy dust. This was the linen closet. Look at that mess. Turned into my closet. My clothes have since moved, so now it's a hodgepodge of all kinds of things that shouldn't be in there. Up at the top are my maternity clothes and abdominal brace and my hat box. I had Liam take my hats back to my office. And so I'm taking my maternity clothes, and I've got these under the bed storage. They're like Ziploc brand bags. Not the vacuum seal bags many of you all suggested, just because I don't have a good vacuum right now. But these flexible totes, I have several bags I'm going to do and get under my bed. And hopefully, yes, friends, we'll get out those maternity clothes again. But until all those things work out in life, the clothes will be under my bed. If you need them, you know where to find them. So here in the hall closet, I am bringing out the towels, getting them all out. I already wiped down these shelves, and I moved our toilet paper stash to the top shelf. That thing is like 3 foot tall in there. I just need to fill it to the top so we don't run out. That middle shelf there with those little box bins are full of sheets and such for our downstairs bed. There's my llama pajama pants. I've been looking for those. How could I even function without those? And then I've been just my winter shoes. It's my stuff. This is my mess. This is not kids. There's no excuse for it other than it's just sat there and I just left the door closed. But then when you open the door, it's like, oh, that's a mess. So I've been saving this project for when I knew I had this deep cleaning and organizing time. Got all those boots out, swept it out. I now have a shoe shelf with some new clothing and organizing shelves Travis got us in our room. But here we go. Now we have a linen closet again with toilet paper and towels and sheets and actual empty space with nothing else. Now, okay, so again, oh yes, a throw it bag, always good. So I'm just pulling it all out. So much stuff, pulling it out, spraying it out in there, pulling out. I try to keep toilet paper in each bathroom, and we keep extra in the hall. Yeah, just important in life. So spraying out underneath this cabinet with my vinegar spray, getting in there again. 3 years, it needs this. I mean, at least once a year I should take this out. Towel falling off, and now I'm just going all wild Jamerrill here, don't care. Emergency diapers and pull-ups. Got some, putting the heating pads in a little bin, little emergency first aid things there. The clippers, cleaning the floor. And then voila. Now, doesn't that look better? I feel better just looking at that. This is one of those like oddly satisfying videos, right? But yeah, it's just makes you feel good. Okay, this cabinet, it is another hodgepodge of bandages and suntan lotion and athlete's foot cream and just randomness that needs to find some purpose and organization in its life as well. But I take everything out and we spray and wipe out these shelves, and then I put like things together. How do you get such a collection? Well, have kids, live life, and then you're like, oh, I need this collection. We have wraps from different little ankle and things that have happened over the years. So now I just hold on to all of it, and I have a shelf of it. We might only need it once a year or every other, but when we need it, we'll have it. So I want to thank HelloFresh again for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code LARGEFamilyTable80. I will chat with you in those comments below. Thank you so much for watching my video today.